Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm sure you've all heard the news about Etika passing away, and I feel very uncomfortable trying to make some sort of content around this, like making a video showing my respect and all that stuff. This one's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's sad to see that the internet and social media really put somebody in a place of such like deep mental pain and regret and sorrow enough to have to take their own lives. And I'm coming from a place of I did not, me and Etika, we were homies, but like online homies. Like how how you meet somebody online and you just become friends. Whether it's like you're meeting them on a Xbox Live or something like that. I always knew. I mean, he had known my videos and stuff, and I remember I followed him back in the day, and he like tweeted about it like it was cool, and I was like, oh, it's cool. Somebody who's seen my stuff, and then of course I've seen all of his stuff because it was it's fun and hype and enjoyable, and I just have this weird. I have like a weird pit in my stomach. I'm sure all of you feel uncomfortable as well. He just, it's weird because I didn't meet him, but I felt close to him. You know, same with I'm sure viewers who are fans of his and all that stuff. You're not sure how to digest it, and you just wish that you could have been there to help out in a way. And he was always super friendly online. Whenever we talked, we would talk in like DMs on Twitter. And I remember he invited me to a party or something that he was throwing at like E3, and I don't even think I was able to make the party, but we exchanged information and all that stuff, and then we were talking back and forth about YouTube networks. And I think it's just one of those things where, specifically with his situation, I didn't from earlier on. I don't feel like I saw this coming at all until I noticed the stunts and stuff he was trying to pull. I don't even know if it was for attention. I know that he definitely, I believe, to get out of his YouTube contract, he posted a bunch of stuff that made his original YouTube channel get canceled, or shut down. So like when that stuff started happening, I was slightly concerned. And I remember when he had that little situation in New York, in the streets of New York with the police, and they were swatting him or breaking down his door, and he was like cursing at him, and I was just like, yo, I hope nothing happens to you there. But I just remember when all that started happening, I was wondering, I guess, what was going on. But I remember messaging him when that happened. The New York stuff, it's on my Twitter, and I was like, hey man, I'm not sure what's going on, but if you need anyone to talk to, I'm around. He never got back to me, but it wasn't about that or about me. I just like looking now, I'm just like, I wish I could have helped in some sort of way. It's just weird. But this is me trying to let you all know, I do the internet stuff, obviously. And there are times when, it definitely, just like, everybody goes through their mental struggles, and it gets to a point, especially being a person of influence, where if you don't have the background to handle certain situations, it can definitely not be easy to deal with. So I want to say, I feel like that's what Etika was going through. I'm on a different spectrum, because you guys know I do a bunch of different stuff, and I guess it's one of those things where when you get into the internet, social media thing, and you become an influencer or a YouTuber or whatever you call it, and you get a large following, you kind of go from like not knowing, you kind of go from just being yourself to being someone that hundreds, thousands, millions of people start to love and show appreciation for. And if it ever goes south, like if it feels like a positive journey the whole way until you ever maybe hit a snag, you get some backlash, you say something that someone doesn't like, and then you go from being a hero to the anti-hero, and a lot of people can't handle that, and aren't trained. Not that you need to be trained, but in the sense of like as I act, I'm so used to going into auditions and being rejected. I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable in my own skin, knowing that I'm better than how they are perceiving me for a 20-minute audition, where it's like, oh my goodness, this audition could change my life. And then, if you don't get a call, you're like, oh no, like you're you hate it, but you learn to cope with it and move on to the next thing. It's not the same when you're a content creator, because you're getting admiration every day. You're thinking this was never going to go away. And then if it ever turns on you, or if it ever starts to dwindle, or your views aren't as high as you wish they were, you get in your own head. You can definitely get emotional and depressed and upset and think that it's you against the world. And I've mentioned this before. I think I mentioned that, like, being a YouTuber, being a content creator, it's lonely, dude. It's like, unless it's like a team of people working on the content, or you and a buddy who are you're tag teaming on it, or if it's you and a group of friends who created a channel, it's really hard to make the content all the time, try to live up to everyone's standards, and then also be your own like support system throughout the whole journey. So you got to try to surround yourself with people who care about you. And I hate the way that just like the internet makes death feel like we all feel this right now, of course, but we don't feel it as much as we would a family member. I'm not saying everybody's feelings are the same, but I'm just saying, we're not there at the morgue looking over Etika's body as they got it out of the river, or anything like that. We can only show our emotion through what we've seen online, and it's the news cycle's going to go by. He's going to trend online for a day or two. Everyone's going to put thoughts and prayers on the internet, and then we'll remember him, but we will all move on. And I think that's another, like, it's not that it's negative, but if you're just a person on the outside looking in, and you're looking at your favorite creator, and then your favorite creator's gone, you never got a chance to, you always were touched by them, but you can't, I don't know. I could be wrong. This could be the wrong thought process. It's not negative. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like, we lost a real person, but we never got a chance to just in the physical presence connect with them. That's all I'm saying. So it just feels like we lost that digital entity that we all knew. Like, even me, I'd never met Etika in person. I knew him through Twitter DMs, and I knew him through following him and subscribing to him. So it's like there's a weird window pane up where I never really reached out and got a chance to connect with him on a deeper level. And just the way the internet is built, it's kind of just like, it's like how award shows throw the in memoriam up at the end of the show, and it's like, oh, here's everyone we lost. So, yep, all right, we lost them. They'll, I don't know. This one's really upsetting, because Etika was just like everyone else. He was just like us. He obviously had to deal with a lot more deeper seated mental issues, and I've lost a friend in comedy recently who committed suicide because He was off his meds and there was no one there to help him out. And it's just sad, man. It's sad because Etika was just, he was just that dude that I knew who got hype when Smash reveals happened. And I know that some of you may or may not have seen his final video that he posted, which was really sad because if you realize it, like the video, he probably had already committed suicide when that video, like way before the video had even gone live on his channel. And I watched it, I listened to it. It's upsetting because I know a lot of people are sitting back saying, wish he could have helped, wish he could have done this, but at the same time, obviously, he was admitting that people tried to help him and that he pushed everyone away, and this is the only out that he found as a possible choice. Which is, that's it. You know, I would like to say that's not how it should be. So if any of you are creating content or you follow people, or if you ever feel this far down and depressed, you know, don't, you know, try. I mean, it's hard to tell the people who are feeling it to reach out. Instead of saying that, because I think that's the one thing I really hate about how we glamorize people in this day and age. Instead of, there's usually two reasons people start trending online, right? It's either because, one, they got in real big trouble and everybody wants to see the drama, which is stupid, and two, they pass away. So instead of waiting for either of those two reasons to show support or love or interest, why don't everyone who's watching this, or everyone ever in the world, I hope myself included, we should go tell those people we care about them right now, you know? That instead of, you know, obviously there's some people who do it all the time, I'm sure, but some people don't know that. Some people don't know that people care for them. They know in like the probably the smallest sense, they're like, yeah, I know they care about me. They, you know, they say they love me. They show affection. They contact me. But reaching out, letting someone know, if you know anybody who not even is suicidal or anything like that, just anybody you know who you think could use a call, a text, a message saying, hey, I appreciate you. Just want you to know that. And if you ever need me, I'm here. We need to do that more. We just need to do that more. I don't know. I don't know. It's really, I mean, he was just a dude who had fun making content on the internet. He had fun getting hyped for Nintendo games. Joy-Con boys, man. Oh, man. Yeah, this video's hard, a little hard and difficult to make. I don't know. I hope you all, if you're feeling any type of way, I hope you have people in your corner. Yeah, hey, I'm here. Yo, if any, I've gotten messages from some of you guys and girls in the past saying that you're having bad days, and I try to respond to them. So, hey, I mean, you know, I'm on the internet, I'm on social media, my email's listed somewhere, if you ever are going through something. So, you know, contact me if you need to, definitely. Also, you know, if you need to call one of those suicide hotlines, I could drop a link in the description. Hopefully it's something you would be willing to do. And if you're a friend of someone who's ever even thought or talked about going through something like this and not knowing how to feel or work through it, definitely, you know, reach out to that person. Try to reach out to them before they need to reach out to you. You know, like Etika needed someone, or I don't know. I'm not sure because of the video that he left, which was so cryptic, and just how he was saying that people reached out, and it is true. In order to get help, you have to want help yourself. But I mean, I personally don't think suicide is ever the answer. He was like, he was only 2 years younger than me, which is crazy. Like, we grew up on the same stuff, probably. We both had internet channels and all that stuff. He had a diehard audience who loved him and do anything for him. And it's just one of those things where, just to let you guys know, hey, being an entertainer is cool, but it's not perfect. We're all still humans at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we all still go through, loss and depression and anxiety and frustration, and we all need help and we all need love. And no matter what your following is, what your numbers are on the internet, what your the character you're displaying to your audience, it might not always be true. And that's something that I forgot even to mention. I know that he was saying like he was putting on like a mask kind of, or becoming a different character. If you guys ever get into creating content, try to be yourselves. I try to be myself on my YouTube videos. I mean, I get hyped sometimes, a little more than usual, but I think even you all have said, like, with my banjo reaction, you guys were like, I've never seen him this excited. Well, that's because that's not who I am. I'm not just an always like energetic, crazy type of person that which the internet and like YouTube in specifics, everybody thinks they need to go bigger and bolder and crazier with their concepts on their videos. And it's like, hey, pump the brakes, everyone. Like, your audience is there for you. And if they like you enough, they'll be there no matter what it is you're making. And if they're not, then whatever. Don't put yourself in a world of pain and frustration and constant, devaluation, because you can't ever let, like, I'm not pointing at you all, but you can't let the scope of who you are on this set your value. The numbers, like, Etika's gone. The numbers don't mean anything. If you leave tomorrow, you can't take those numbers with you. It's not how it works. So you really, really try to understand that there's a lot more to life. Life is long. You get one, which is what everyone says. And what you're doing here now in the moment is very much that. It's in the moment. You're going to have so many more experiences along the way. So you really just should try to enjoy it day by day, piece by piece, and don't let this social media climate consume you. All right. I'm trying not to get emotional and cry, but like, dude, man. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Etika, bro, you'll be missed. All right. Joy-Con boys forever. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya. Bye.